Hey guys, we are back with another YouTube video.
Oh yeah.
So glad you guys are here with us. We're still in quarantine.
Still quarantined, but we have our snazzy jazzy shirts
But you
on
can't
today.
tell. We're here, you guys are here. And you know, we just thought, since we're in quarantine,
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, one of our last YouTube videos, we talked about our dating story and our first date. And if you watch it, you know our first date was at the basketball court. We played for like 3.5 hours. We started talking and connecting. We were like, yeah, feeling each other.
That's cool.
Then we left it and we walked over to our cars. And I said, Jacqueline asked me a question. And the question she asked me was, well, before I get to that question, there was one key thing we missed in that dating story.
Y'all, okay, so we told this story. 3 a.m. I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, I missed a whole part of the story. So I gotta tell it now.
Yeah, tell 'em.
And it goes like this. So before the basketball court and before we even moved away from seeing each other at church, you know, getting glimpses of one another, there was a whole week, and Frederick did say that he started following me on Instagram, so I got real serious real fast and did some of the likety likes.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about him. I was like, this guy. And then I was like, I don't know, maybe he has a girlfriend. I'm just like not even gonna go there. But 1 week later, as I am going to attend church, and usually I'm an 10:45 service attendee, there was a 9 a.m. option. And I woke up super early in the morning and literally heard the Lord say, you need to go to the 9 a.m. service. And as I'm like driving to the 9 a.m. service, just this thought in my mind was like, I think I'm gonna see that guy. But yeah, so then you were thinking the same thing.
So the craziest part of that too is that same Sunday, my sister was visiting me in town, and she wanted to go and check out our church. And I usually went to the 12:30 service, the late service. I don't know why,
So
but that's where I
never
went.
ran into each
So
other.
I never went to the 9 o'clock service, but my sister wanted to go to the 9 o'clock.
So this is like a 5,000 person church.
Yeah.
And I'm walking to the building, and I'm like, I don't know why. I'm like, let me just go sit in the front.
Yeah.
And service had like, worship had already started. I was late.
Yep.
So I'm just walking down. I don't find any seats. And I'm like, crap, I gotta walk all the way back around. And then it was like...
Yeah, she literally walked all the way to the altar. She walked all the way to the altar.
Pretty much, I was like, Lord, give me a husband.
For a seat. He must have prayed hard, because he turned around, and as she turned around, I noticed her. And then for some odd reason, I left one seat open to my right. I never do that because I'm 6'5". I like being on the end. I got long legs. But for some reason, I just left that seat open for some odd reason. And I see her coming up. She was looking hot. I was like this, but my eyes was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I saw her coming. I reached out my arm, and I said, in the most smooth voice I could think of, I was like, hey, you want to sit? You want to sit right here?
Smoothest voice?
That's my smoothest voice. I was like, hey, you want to sit? We have a seat right here. You can sit with me and my sister if you like. And this was like one of the first times I talked to you like that.
It was more like, hello.
Okay. Again, I said I was smooth. It was smooth. Like, that was not smooth.
But for real, like, his hand. Now, I'm already thinking, what if, Lord? Like, if you're going to make this happen, like, you make this happen, and all of a sudden the hand. And I was like...
It was like a scene of Hitch, really. It was like her, but me.
Oh.
You know, just make sure you don't hit the wrong spot, because in church that could be real creepy. So he's like,
guys will be guys. Just
had to make sure. I didn't want to mess it up. But you end up sitting with us, and then me and my sister.
I sat down.
And you know, that day, for some reason, I was just looking real dapper, real dapped up. I was like,
it was a questionable outfit.
Nah, it wasn't questionable. She was feeling it. Don't mind.
I was feeling you and your smile and your personality.
First of all,
and your style.
Exactly.
I can't really remember it being like...
No, it was Fred. She sat with us, and then at the end of service, I was like, wait, is this my opportunity? So I was like, how do I give her my number without being creepy? So I was like, hey... I said, hey, Jacqueline, if you're ever at service again and you don't have anyone to sit with, let me know. Here's my number. I'm going to give you my number. Just text me and let me know. So that was my way of giving her my number without giving her my number. Because, they were praying for people down at the altar at the time. So I was like, how do I do this?
That like
She didn't even know what was happening. What was
I had
happening
his
to
number
you?
in my hand, and at the same time, you're like, yeah.
So I threw the ball in her court.
Whole
Flipped
Sunday
it.
afternoon, I literally was like, oh my gosh, do I text him? Do I not text him? Do I text him? Do I not text
Yeah.
him? Do I text him? Do I not text him?
I
And then
planted that seed in
Monday,
your
do I
head.
text him? Do I not text him? Do I text him? Tuesday, do I
But you know what? She was thinking about me.
Yeah, but I did not text you.
No, you didn't.
I was like,
And I was confused.
he was
I was
confused.
like, why did she text me yet?
We spent a whole week. I did not text him. I even got to Friday and I was
out
like,
there reconsidering the outfit I wore. I was like, man, maybe that wasn't a good outfit after
well,
all.
I'll tell you 6 years later, it almost was a deal for me. I'm just
don't
joking.
be lying.
I'm joking.
You still talk about that today. Nah. A week passed, and then we came to the next Sunday, and then I'm like here thinking like I haven't heard from her for a week. So I was like, okay, maybe she's seeing somebody. Maybe she got a boyfriend. Maybe she thought I was coming off too strong.
No. No. So here's the deal. I did not text him. I was so scared to text him. Now, I'm not smooth. I'll just say it like that. I am not a smooth human. So even the things I've been pulling at church, like when we were in choir, of like lingering and then like walking to my car and kind of lingering to see if he would like follow me, like nerd alert. Nerd alert doesn't do that, but I did it. So I was getting some boldness, but this time I was like, this is just too much, Lord. And I really felt like I think as females, you know, you just want, not every female, but you just want to be like it all just the guy pursuing, which I believe in that. But there are steps you got to take in faith. And so this was one of them. And I was like, oh, and I literally overanalyzed it all the way to the parking lot and to the next Sunday. And I just texted, are you here in service? And then anyways, and then we ended up on a basketball court.
Yep.
Where
she asked the question at the end of the day. She was like, you got any kids? I was like, what?
Y'all know.
Like, I was like, then, you know, when I heard that, I was like,
no.
And I responded and said, am I supposed to? I was so shocked because no one ever asked me that before.
Wrong. If you got
not on the
kids
first
right
date.
now,
I was like, you asked me on the first date? I was
but
like, that's kind of deep, though.
Like, it's not deep. It's like, you got kids? Like,
I need to know. Like, you trying
because
to find
I've
something.
dated people in the past where I don't tell you till like
That's true.
5 months later.
I flipped the question back on her. I was like, you got kids? Because I need to know. I was like,
Then
you
I
bring
had to
this
think,
up.
did
I was like, did you?
I think I asked that because I think when you finally meet the promise, like when you finally meet what you've been praying about for a long time, you're just like trying to find, like I was literally trying to find something wrong with him. Because I'm like, this is too smooth, it's coming in my life, I'm not, you know, like, I don't know. And so, and not like that I would have stopped because you had kids. I just was like, in my mind, I'm like, I prefer that.
But you preferred a guy that didn't have kids because you didn't have kids. That was a desire of your heart for someone that didn't have kids because you didn't have kids and you wanted to share that with them. Share that experience together.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
It just had to do with the first time experience.
Yeah.
I was like, Lord, you know what I've been praying for, so let me just...
Yeah, and he gave it to you.
Yeah.
And we started texting and stuff and communicating more. And, you know, as we started communicating more, I started trying to think of how could I get her to hang out with her again, like, you know, outside of church, you know. And so I was like, well, I had this big master plan, right? I'm from the islands. I wanted to show her that, you know what, I got more tricks up my sleeve than just a basketball playing guy. So I was like, let me invite her, not tricks, but, you know, more things I can offer, you know? So I invited her over one night and said, hey, I'm going to cook you a meal.
Yes, you did.
And I invited her over to taste this meal. And, you know, at this point, this was my time. So I ended up cooking like a literal 20-course meal. I had lobster. I cooked peas and rice, all kind of island stuff. Macaroni. I had cracked lobster. I had chicken. I cooked the whole chicken. I cooked I cooked for 40 people. Cornish hen. Like I was literally cooking everything probably that I knew how to cook and master. In this one moment, I was like, "This is my shot. I'm gonna impress her. I'm gonna show her."
Did you call anybody to get those recipes?
No, these are recipes I had.
Like you knew them.
Yep, I knew them. I think I called for one recipe though.
Exactly.
One recipe from my dad, the macaroni. I called to ask about the macaroni, but everything else I knew.
How sweet. That's really.
But tell them though. You
I got
walked in there
and I was like,
You smell it. You're
I was like, whoa, this is a Caribbean explosion in my nostrils.
She almost got slain in the spirit just right there.
Caribbean
just
spirit.
She felt that. She felt
But
that.
I really was like, wow, like a guy who would go to all this effort. Like here he's probably been all afternoon cooking.
It was so much food.
And I just thought that was so sweet. So like already I'm
Wait,
like,
did the food taste good?
well, yeah, it tastes good.
Thank you. Tell the people I know how to cook.
No, I know that food tastes good, but I'm like hyping this. So you just hype it. And when you're dating, you're like, okay, let me just level-headed be here. Because when you start hyping something...
Yeah.
So I get there, I'm like, this is going good. And we start eating. Now, let me just preface. I grew up in a family that the dinner table is like the discussion place. Like everything goes down. Whether you're fighting,
everybody's
whether
talking.
it's positive,
There's always
whether
talk.
it's always talk.
Always
There's
talk.
never going to be a dull moment.
Yep.
So I get with Frederick, and I'm thinking he's going to turn on some like soft, slow jam.
This is while we're eating,
some
right? At the table?
While we're eating.
Okay.
He's prepared my meal. We're sitting down. He has candles.
This is day 2. I'm killing it.
Killing it.
No.
And I'm sitting there like, okay, here we go. Let's talk about all the things. And all of a sudden, he just throws this remote to turn on his like stereo or something.
I had some sick surround sound action happen in my apartment.
This was what year was this? 2014? 2013. 2013.
Yeah.
So think about this. We're in 2020 now. So it's 2013. So it was like, boom, boom, boom. And he just goes.
What was I playing?
I think it was like Lecrae.
I was playing a bunch of rap music. Here's the
Christian
deal.
rap music.
And you know why I played that? Because I didn't really know what her music selection was. I met her at a church, guys.
So-
I didn't know if she listened to the type of music I listened to. So I was like, I'm not gonna scare her off with the first dinner
But
thing.
literally, like, it wasn't even like, you know, like Lecrae,
It wasn't
like
soft
in
music.
a like,
Nah.
dun. It was like,
So I was playing loud music.
So
Yeah.
it
So
was
what was you thinking
so
in that
loud,
moment?
and I'm just like, okay, maybe it's volume control. He just needs to turn it down. He's gonna, and so we're eating, and instead of like engaging with me, he's like,
I like my food hot. I like my food
and
hot.
I was literally like, just
It was
staring.
so good food.
I'm getting so mad. Like, I'm just like, this guy is not even talking to me. Like, how do we go from all these great chats? So I'm automatically like, he's over this. Like, we're not vibing, and I'm going to get out of here really fast.
So let's backtrack a little bit so people don't think I don't talk at a dinner table. So
You
here's
have-
the situation.
You have matured in this area.
Here's the situation, right? She grew up in a family that talks a lot at the dinner table, and they just talk, and they talk as eating.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a family where we didn't talk at the dinner table. We just ate our food, and then we'd go to a different room and talk. So when you eat dinner, you just focus on eating your dinner. Nobody's really talking. You're just focusing on the food.
That's very
so
true.
that's why I was just naturally doing my natural things.
In
and
your
she was
natural
naturally
habitat.
in my natural habitat that I'm used to. And she was naturally doing what
it
she
irked
is
me
naturally
so
used
bad.
to. Because obviously we come from different backgrounds. And these
Yeah.
are things we learned
Culturally,
location-wise.
location, racially.
Yeah,
like,
all
okay.
country-wise. We're just different. As much as we connected, we're also different. And that was cool
Yeah.
in our dating relationship to see how different we were, though we shared so much things in common, but how those differences kind of collided and each allowed
Yeah.
us to become different and learn different things and open
sure.
to new things. So so
but it did keep going.
It kept going.
And I was like, you know what? He's really made some efforts. He's invited me.
Yeah.
So I was like, Thanksgiving was coming up. I knew he did not have any family here.
I
I'm
did.
like, let me invite him over. Again, there
So
has
you made
been
a
no
move.
kiss. There
You
has
made a
been no
move.
romantic.
No.
Nothing.
Because you're still trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, you got to save room for the Holy Spirit. You know, you can't be this close. We married.
He was a gentleman, so
I
he
was.
did not push anything. I mean, he was very polite.
And I was
like-
intentional from the jump. You know,
Yes.
I wasn't trying to be that guy who was just trying to get in the cookie jar. Right? I wasn't trying to get in the cookie jar. I was trying to date you
You were
to date
just
you.
trying to get the icing.
Yeah, no, none of that stuff.
What does that
I was a
even
very
mean?
gentleman.
I don't know.
No, I wasn't trying to get the goodies before it was time to get the goodies.
No, I know what the getting
Oh,
the
that's what-
goodies.
that's what I'm
I
trying
was
to
like,
say.
what would be the icing?
There's no
Like
icing.
chapstick.
That's not icing. That's sprinkles. I was by myself.
By our Thanksgiving. Now, let me just say, having someone over that you just met and your whole family's over there, and you're like, oh, my friend from choir is coming over.
Yeah, like she said, my friend from choir is coming over.
And so he came over, and I just was like, and then sparks all came back. Like, he came suaveing out with this sweater on, and his guns popping. And I was like, dang, Lord.
Hey, I was about to meet her family for the first time. I was
That's why you put that sweater on?
No. I mean, you gotta realize when you're meeting someone's family for the first time, you gotta come correct, and you gotta know this is the first impression. The first impression is those are the lasting ones. So you gotta be on.
I just was like really into him at this point, and I'm just like, no, we are more than friends.
Yeah.
Is that what you were thinking during Thanksgiving or no?
At Thanksgiving, I was thinking I was just gonna meet her family. I wasn't sure. I was
like,
hoping.
Did you think
I was hoping you liked me.
You?
I was hoping that you liked me. I wasn't sure because we didn't really have that kind of conversation, like the what are we conversation.
Yeah, we never. We were just hanging.
We were just hanging out and enjoying each other. So I was like, I was feeling her, but I was like, surely she gotta be feeling me. I mean, she's answering my text messages.
And that was like a month of hangout time.
Yeah, we were hanging out actively, and so I was hoping.
You're ready to land the plane.
Yeah, I was ready. I was committed. I was like, girl, meet me at the altar in your dress. Oh, I messed that up. But that's the song.
White dress. Yeah, so
I said your wine dress.
Wine dress. It's a white dress.
It is white dress.
Okay, come on.
Anyway, so we were at Thanksgiving. I ended up having to carve the turkey. Like they gave me a job.
Dad made him
I was like, this is the first time I meet you. And I have jobs to do.
He has
like, what
jobs.
is this?
We had a mean cornhole competition.
Yeah.
Like I had to see if he was.
I was like, what did I sign up for?
Exactly.
So what am I signing up for now? But
he was in it. He stayed all day.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I'm like, this guy better kiss me.
Is that what you said? She didn't tell me this.
Now you have to think, I'm like saved, sanctified, and holy. But there's still some that was just like, if you don't lock lips with me now.
So did it happen?
Well, by 11 p.m., guys, and this is how we're going to end the story. 11 p.m.
Everybody, her whole family was there. They all had left. We were still staying talking. I think her mom and dad like went into their room. And
went to the room, and it was just me and him.
We were just
finally.
We were watching like, was it Netflix or a movie or something we were watching?
Nothing like a belly full of turkey and dressing.
Yeah, everybody's getting
to make
sleepy.
You feel like, let me kiss this guy.
Is that's what it takes? Some turkey, some dressing? That's it? Gosh.
But we're sitting on the couch. I mean, it didn't get any more awkward than sitting on your parents' couch thinking about kissing.
Now, keep in mind, this is the first time I've met her family. I was like, okay. I wasn't really thinking that, at the time.
So guess who had to make the move?
Who made the move?
Me.
Oh, you didn't make the move.
Yes, I did.
Here's the deal. If y'all have seen a movie called Hitch, y'all know the guy goes 90 and you wait the other 10. And for how long? As long as it takes. And that's what I did. We were looking at each other. She was staring at me with like googly eyes. And I was looking at her.
I didn't know how much more I could butter up a lip.
Yeah, I went 90 and I was like, I'm not going one more step because her dad could pop out. I make this really awkward.
And that was it. We kissed right there on the couch.
Yep, that was the first time on our parents' couch, which was kind of weird.
And it was very weird, but it sealed the deal. And we dated until we broke up. But that's another story.
That's another story.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Thanks for watching this video. I know you guys probably have a lot of questions after hearing that.
We dated for 2.5 years before we got married. So there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah. But yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Follow along. Yeah. Let us know you guys' thoughts.
And hello to all the new people.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us.
See you.
So don't be good. All right. Happy quarantining.
Bye. Stay quarantined. Stay safe. Stay home.
Wash your hands.
Remember, you say the ABCs.
ABC.
By the time you're done, your hands are washed.